now you.
There is.
I'm sure I don't know.
How quickly did you say it could move along? Can't remember how quickly did you say it could
We
move?
move back
Oh.
over there.
We're all set.
Yep.
10 months to 10 to 12 months.
Okay, you're on. Megan, you're on.
All right, good afternoon. Welcome to this meeting of the Board of Public Works and Safety for Monday, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. We will start with a roll call. Christie?
Mayor Strick is absent. Danielle Albertson,
Present?
Megan Bonbrake,
Present.
Ian Lindsay,
Present.
Anthony Lesnickia.
Present.
All right, we'll start with approving the minutes of the previous meeting. We will call for them to be approved. We have a,
Move for approval.
do we have a second?
Second.
All right, and we have those first and second. We will add those in as approved, as written.
All those in favor?
Say
Yeah.
aye.
Yeah.
Thank
Aye.
you. Then freshen off the rest, okay? All opposed? None. Old business, Director Ketris.
Yes, the last Board of Public Works and Safety meeting, we opened 2 bids for the 2026 nuisance mowing. After reviewing all of the documents provided by both bidders, it would be my recommendation that we award the 2026 nuisance mowing to A&S Property Maintenance. Their price per mow was $52.50. That's fairly consistent with what it's been over the last several of years. They have done well for us in the past as far as mowing on time and billing on time. So it would be my recommendation that the board award the mowing bid to A&S Property Maintenance and authorize the mayor to sign the agreement with them upon his return.
Any questions from the board? Do I have a motion to approve the recommendation from, I was getting there. I had to find the word. The recommendation from Director Ketris.
So moved.
Second.
I have a first and second.
I have a question.
Yes.
Have they done mowing for us?
They did not do it last year, but they did it the year before, so they would have done it in 2024.
Is what
Okay.
wins last year, I think, didn't
They got outbid last year. Their replacement contractor undercut them, didn't do a very good job, so, that's why we're recommending we go
Yeah.
back to A&S.
Yeah, good. And do they have any other, they don't do any other contract mowing for us?
In the past, they have done, in addition to nuisance mowing, I believe they did park mowing that, a couple years ago.
Yeah,
But that's it at this point, yes.
okay, thanks.
Anything else from the board? All right, do I have a motion to,
I think we have a
We
motion.
got the
Oh, wait.
motion, So approved.
that's right.
Call for the vote.
Do we have a,
All those in favor?
yeah, all those, that said something. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Not hearing any, the award for the nuisance mowing is approved. Thank you, Director Petras.
Yep.
New business, we are moving on to special events. We have quite a few today, so bear with me. We are here to hear for the roadblock application for the Knights of Columbus. Do we have a motion to bring that to the floor?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, with a first and second. Do we have anybody representing for the Knights of Columbus today?
Yes.
Okay, you can come to the floor. State your name and address for the record, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Todd Johnson, 565 Sherman Street here in Huntington. I'm here to ask for us to continue what we've been doing. The Tootsie Roll Drive, I'm with the Knights of Columbus. The Tootsie Roll Drive has been taking place for 40 years now. It's the roadblocks. And as far as safety features, we have purchased our own barrels, and we have signs on the barrels which state exactly what we're doing. So the Tootsie Roll Drive, the goal of that is to get people, mostly kids actually, with disabilities, money. So when we get the money in, a third of it goes to special Olympics. There's people that run the Special Olympics for the kids here in town, and a third of it goes to the YMCA special needs program. And then the last third goes to the school system, but we don't give them a check, because when we used to just give them a check to the special needs program, the school took it out of their budget. So, so now we give them, we go to the teachers of the special needs programs and we say, what do you need to help the kids? And every year it's different. Almost every other year they get a rocking chair because it soothes the kids. Last year, the big hit was the bouncing balls. Do you remember the balls when you were little that had the handle on them you bounced on? Well, the special needs kids really like that. So and they didn't fight over it, but there was some competition there. So, and then we get them other things. One year we got them, before the schools even got iPads, one year we got them an iPad, and that really helped with the kids too. So that's a neat thing when you see the kids starting to use the things you have. And then for the, so it's split between the middle school, the high school, and the elementary school programs. And usually the elementary school programs, they get supplies and stuff like that, and the high school gets the bigger stuff. Our average collection per year is 38 to 4,400. We have 60 to 80 people on the intersections, and never had an accident. So because of the we wear the safety vests, we have all of our own safety vests, we have our own barrels, we have signs that say what we're doing, and we pick this specific, the worst one is in North Jefferson, that's the busiest, but it's where we put the people and where we put the barrels gives them a heads up that people are coming and people are standing out there, and we make it safe for everybody. The pitch-in is, so the Tootsie Roll Drive's usually in the summer. It's gonna, if you approve, it'll be May 30th. The pitch-in's usually later in the year, and the pitch-in is a combination of businesses and the collections from the roadblocks. And the pitch-in, well, that's been going on for 50 years consecutively. And with the pitch-in, we used to give the money to, we'd vet people and we'd pay their bills with it. We'd never give them the money that they could use it for whatever. But if we knew someone was struggling, we'd pay their electric bill or their water bill or something like that to get them through the winter and stuff like that. And so, since it's gotten so big, we run everything through United with Love, and then they vet everybody and make sure the money gets to the right people. So it's not a donation to people. It's paying off things that they can't pay for, which I think is a really good way to do it. Unlike other organizations, 100% of every penny collected goes to the people. All of our people are volunteers. The people that count the money, the people that get it on the streets, the people that run it, we're all volunteer. Not one penny goes to any of us. So that's something I'm really proud of. And when people pull up and say, hey, all the money stays in town. By the way, all the money stays in town. None of the money goes out of town. So you're helping local people, and it's amazing how many people get, when you tell them it's local, then they go ahead and do it because they know it's staying in town. And then one of my favorite things with the Tootsie Roll Drive is if a car pulls up and it doesn't look like they can give, I'd throw Tootsie Rolls into the kids anyway. Hopefully they don't have sugar problems. And then the pitch-in brings in $8,000 to $10,000 a year. So, and I know it's been different the last few years, probably the last 5 to 10 years, they've cut down on how many people can do because everybody was doing it. There were some years where everybody was doing the roadblock thing and it was getting bad. So, the Knights of Columbus sponsors the Tootsie Roll Drive, and the Ladies Auxiliary sponsors the pitch-in. So I'd like to continue doing that for the city. We've collected over $400,000 in the 50 years we've been doing it. So to the city. So I'm pretty proud of that. Guys do a really good job. And as far as the signing of the papers, we can do that before they start their shifts, because we collect money every hour. So we can get the paper signed for the liability. And we do have a liability waiver. We've had it for years, so the city is not responsible for anything. Okay? So is that a done deal that you sign the liability thing? Every person has to sign it, or is that questionable? Are we voting on that?
No, that everyone
Yes,
would,
everyone needs to
all
sign,
the
but you're gonna
volunteers
sign,
would sign.
yeah,
So the lawyer says we have to do this. Okay, we'll do it.
yeah.
So that's what you want.
Got it.
Yes.
Gotta
you're
cover
gonna
you.
Sign them
So,
like you were
yeah.
thinking before
So,
they
but
start
we'll
the
sign
shift.
as people get to the place before they start their shift. We'll have them all sign it, and then we'll
And then
get
you'll
this
turn it into us, yeah.
to the clerk, yes. Okay? That's pretty much all I had. I would love to continue to help the people here in town and do that. And because of the way things are now, we have to make sure we get it you know, we have to come here and get approved and stuff, so I
So-
appreciate your time.
Thank you for all that.
Mhm.
Do you have a date for the pitch-in? Did you say that?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I
Is it
think,
in the
actually,
fall, you said, October-ish?
Elizabeth might have it, cause we did both days. We try to, when we go in early, we try to figure out what days there's nothing else going on. One year we had the Tootsie Roll Drive, and because of the way Mother's Day
You get it.
worked out and everything else, it was the same day as, the youth baseball start
Oh,
day.
okay.
So they had their parade, so we kinda waited for the parade to come by, and then I told the guy, I said, hey, go right down the line. There's tons of people here, you can get extra money. But nobody would do it. Yeah, so we try to schedule it when there's nothing else going on, so
Yeah,
it's not gonna mess with anybody else that has events
Yeah.
going on.
so we're just voting on one day, the third.
You're voting on both days, if you can.
If we don't have a
Would it-
date for pitch-in, but if it's allowable, they'll do the same process
Right,
as
they'll
they're
come
gonna
back
do
and
in
then
May.
just give us the,
Yeah.
Oh, do we not do another presentation for the pitch-in? Do we
don't.
need to do that, or is it gonna be for both?
Do you have to, are you closing streets for the pitching?
It's
No,
the same
it'll be
thing,
the
no,
roadblock
there's no
again.
streets
Oh,
closed.
So he's doing a
It's just a
roadblock for
roadblock,
both.
people stand on the corners with
Stand
a
out in the middle of the road.
barrel
Okay.
and a safety vest,
Okay,
Yeah.
and the pitch-in, one guy dresses like Santa Claus,
We'll
Yeah.
just get a
and
date.
nobody said Santa yet.
yeah, we'll have
Just
to
like
get
an
a
update.
date and revisit it. I don't know that you'd have to come and do a presentation, but.
Okay.
No, we'll make sure it's on the
Just an
application.
Yeah, that way we
Yeah,
know
and all
what
the
date it
paperwork.
is, we'll just.
Elizabeth has the date.
We'll get it
okay,
back.
yeah.
I believe,
Yeah,
or I could just have a seat and
What
text Jeff
time
and
are
give the date.
you doing this through on?
It goes from 9 to 4,
Okay,
and the Tootsie Roll Drive is 9 to 3, and then
Okay.
the pitch-in is 9 to 4.
9 to 4, okay. Anything else from the board?
Remind me again how you set up. The barrels come first and then the collector?
Okay, when it first starts, we take the trucks and we take them to each location, and we put the barrels up first with the signs on them that tells if you pitch in for special needs kids or for local to help people with their bills, okay? The signs are on the barrels, and, so we put the barrels up first before they even start, and then everybody has to have a vest. And of course, there's Tootsie Rolls for the summer one that everybody has, and they hand them out as they get the money. And then for the winter one, we have cards, so people can put it in on their dash, so they don't feel like they're bugged again. I said, hey, put that in your dash, no one will bug you, and go from there. So, we give them a card that says they're there, so they can point, and they all do, it's funny, cause they'll, got it, I already gave, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, but the barrels are set up first, and so it's South Jefferson. The Tootsie Roll Drive, we only do 3 out of the 4, because where South Jefferson and, is it Riverside?
Edna.
Etna.
Riverside.
No,
Yeah,
Riverside, it's Riverside.
at the-
So when South Etna Riverside comes up like this, then it comes right here, and that person gets like $1 or $2 an hour at the most. So we don't have a person right there, so we have one,
Oh, you're saying
South
three.
Jefferson, North Jefferson, and then Riverside over there. And they're on the double white or the double yellow lines. We put the barrels up by about 20, 30 feet ahead, so people see the barrel, and then the person just stays right on that line and goes back and forth. And when the cars are stopped at the stoplight, and we don't have a remote yet, if we could get a remote for the stoplights, that'd be great. Just kidding. So when we stop the stoplight, then we walk up and collect the money and go back and forth, so it's all safe. And then, downtown, we have a person right there on the mall, and then a person on Market Street, or 2 people on Market Street to go that way. And then North Jefferson, we have one at each corner on, where, is it McGann?
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
McGann, Adam's here, he can tell me all the streets. McGann and Jefferson, so north, south, east, and west. And we make sure the barrel doesn't mess with Lags or CVS or McDonald's, so they can all get out and everything goes pretty well.
CVS isn't there anymore.
CVS is
Yeah,
fine.
CVS is no
Walgreens
longer.
isn't.
Yeah,
Or
so,
Walgreens.
and that's where we put them, and then every hour, we collect the money, and so there's not too much money, so we don't have a problem with that down the road and everything else, so, to answer your question? Did I answer your question? Okay, good. Got it.
Anything else from the board?
Any other questions?
No, so this is both of them we're voting on?
Yeah.
And then they're gonna
Yes,
get
and
us a
then
date
an
later.
update later.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have a motion to approve the Nancy Columbus, Tootsie Roll toss and, toss in, pitch in?
Yes, they already had a motion.
Mm.
You just need to vote
Oh,
after discussion.
all those In favor, say aye.
Um,
I,
Aye. All those opposed? All right.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Thanks.
thank you.
I'm getting in the hang of it. I got 4 more to get this down. All right, Heritage Days brought 10. Do we have a motion to bring this to the floor?
So moved.
Second.
All right, thank you. Thanks. Hey, Garen.
Hello,
All right, what you got?
name's Garen Steffen with Wise Guys. Pretty much business as usual, same thing we've been doing for the last 2 years. The only thing different that we wanted to change this year, on my state temporary floor plan, I included more of the top lot. Cause right now we're only taking half the lot. I want to include at least part of that. We're gonna try to do a cornhole tournament on Friday night, so. Business as usual, like I said. The bands, I got 2 bands, Plan B on Friday and Highway 30 band, I think is what they're called, Saturday. Alan Miller backed out a couple weeks ago, he's got a commitment for work, so they're not gonna be there like planned. But yeah, everything's the same, tent's gonna be in the same place. I'll get with David, Fire Marshal, on all the restrictions there. I've been dealing with it for 2 years, so I pretty much know that they are. And the only other thing is getting people notified in that permit lot that we're gonna be taking that space Friday morning. We're gonna set tent Friday instead of Thursday like we did last year, just to kind of help those
Okay.
permittees out. But, yeah, that's the only real hiccup that we've had is just getting those cars moved, so might need to get police involved that day, but other than that, we're good.
Any questions for the board?
Is this involving Dora at all?
No, we went through the state for both Friday and Saturday.
Your excise, correct?
Yeah.
They use excise. That's why you have the.
Yeah, we're gonna be
fence.
fenced off.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking for a little leniency on my floor plan that I originally put with you guys. The one for the state includes the whole lot. The one that I submitted to you is just half the lot, so just wanna make sure that, I don't necessarily need the entire lot, but I'd like to have 30 or 40 feet there on top.
Yeah, and you want it to be safe for them
Yes.
up there.
Yeah,
Did you had you contacted the permittees, or did we last couple of years?
we have always put something on their car,
Oh, okay,
like a week prior.
so you'll do that?
Yeah,
again.
we put a
Okay.
note out that says that Friday the 12th or whatever it is.
Okay,
Um,
and then we can, I think there's temporary signs too.
Yeah,
once
yeah.
put, so people don't.
We've
park
got
in the
temporary-
morning.
Signs from police officers.
Police.
Yeah,
Okay,
Did you say 10 a.m.? You're back planning on starting?
yeah, it's something I've just gotta get with the tent company on, but yeah, that's
Okay.
what that's what I plan to do.
I know we're shutting down, but I have to go that day, so.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
When you say half lot, you mean half of the north lot? Or you mean?
Well, it's all one lot.
but it kinda goes up a hill.
It goes up a hill and there's
A
2
little
flower beds. I wanna be up on the hill a little bit this time too.
So you'll have additional spaces?
Yes,
So is that more tent?
No.
Okay.
that's just gonna be cornhole tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, that way they're not kinda all in there with the tent and everybody messing with them.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And really, I only need that Friday night, so we may
So then you
move
can
that back down Saturday.
Okay.
Anything else from the board? We'll move to approve. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Thank you.
Good deal. Thanks.
I got it this time.
You did.
3 times charm.
Yay.
All right, we're moving on to the Huntington Dairy Beef Show for the July 3rd. Do we have a motion to bring that to the floor?
So moved. Second.
All right, first thing, do we have anybody to represent? Okay, come on down. State your name and address for the record, please.
Hi, I'm Steph Ensley, 3431 East, 100 North, Huntington. We are putting on our first annual Dairy Beef Open Show for Huntington County on Friday, July 3rd. So it's at the Huntington County Fairgrounds. We were wanting the Evergreen Road closed from Taylor Street, normally like what they do for the fair. So not the whole street, but like to the goat barn, I believe. So we were wanting that closed from like 9 a.m. and it probably will go, the show doesn't actually start till 3 p.m., but check-in will start at 11 a.m. So the show will probably go on until, I would say, close to midnight. So we would need that blocked off from 9 to midnight-ish.
This is a regular occurrence.
It's the same section
Yeah.
of closure we normally do
Yeah.
for events at the fairgrounds that
Nothing
involve
different.
animals getting into the barn,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're not really using the road, it's just so the trailers would be parked
To
across
cross,
and then
yeah.
walking.
Safe crossing for everybody,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
nothing new.
Yeah.
And everything's been submitted,
Yes.
okay?
Alright.
Alright, anything else from the room, questions, comments, concerns? Okay, alright, those in favor of approving the first, correct, Huntington County Dairy Beef Show for July 3rd, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Alright. Sounds like we're
All right,
approving.
thank you.
Thanks.
Good luck and
Thanks.
I'll have to stop out and see some cows. All right, and moving on, for our Market on Main. Do we have a motion to bring that to the floor?
So moved.
Second.
Hi,
Hey.
Sharon Metzger, 850 Polk Street. I don't need to explain the event since I was just here last month, but our first month went really well. We estimated we had like 500 or 600 people throughout the evening, which was great. We didn't perceive any concerns. It actually worked out really well that we did not shut down Jefferson since the parade went through during the event. The only change that we would like to make is, I don't know how often this happens, where people request that you shut down more roads, but we had some businesses on Market Street that asked if it could be shut down in front of them as well. So Harmony Home and Market Street wanted the road closure extended. So that's really the only change, that they wanted more of the road shut down. So on our request, we put barricades from Market Street on Jefferson all the way to Warren. The only thing I realized, I don't know if you have a copy of the map, the only thing I realized I didn't include would be barricades potentially at the alleyways on Washington and Franklin to make sure people aren't turning down those alleys. So we'd wanna add those as well, but otherwise that would be the only change. We'd still wanna keep Jefferson open.
What was the time on that?
The event is from 3 to 9 and we shut them down starting at 1 o'clock and then we open them up around 9:30.
And what was I'm trying, this is where I really need Bryn and his.
I have
Next
the
meeting.
map from our-
Next meeting.
Yes, please.
So this was last
Sharon has
month's
her
map,
map.
so it's just these two sections and then we'd extend from there. But
Ah.
we also, sorry, I misspoke. We also want to shut down Franklin Street, parking lot was another change
Yes.
as well.
Where the art
Yes,
market.
okay,
Yes,
yeah.
the art market, they were requesting that they be outside of the building as well. So,
Yeah.
that was another change. So still keeping the main roads open, the main road of Jefferson open.
Yeah. Mostly just the
Since it was
sides.
an ask.
You have all the updates?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, normally I feel like you get the opposite.
I know.
And they asked us to.
And the parade was a fun little touch.
Yeah, I
That
thought it
was
was really fun.
Yes. As an adult, I got lots of candy, so. Any other discussion by the board?
Can you remind me when the last one is? Or
Yes,
how-
October 16th is the last one. So this would be the layout for all of the rest of them.
So June 19th, or May 15th, June 19th, July 17th, August 21st, September 18th, and then October 16th would be the end.
And since this was kind of a comeback, see how it went.
And see how it went
will
in
this-
April,
Will
and
these
then
have to,
all the rest are.
Cheryl will not have to continue to come back, this was
is
a.
for all of the
okay.
rest, yep.
Alright, anything else? Alright. All those in favor to approve the rest of the markets on Main, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, our next special events, we have cross country. Do we have a motion to bring that to the floor?
So moved. Second.
All right, do we have a representative? Yep. Name and address for please.
Jeremy Markham, Athletic Director, Huntington North High School, 450 McGann Street. This is our annual request for our Huntington North High School Cross Country Boys and Girls Invite. On this year, it'll be Saturday, August 22nd, to close Gragg Street. That allows the athletes, coaches to move freely in that space. We also put portable porta-johns at the Huntington University cross-country shed across the street from the course, so that has the access for the student athletes to go back and forth there without interruption with vehicles and things. And then also request that we have slow signs for Stoltz Street, because then we typically park cars across the street in the hospital lawn area as long as the weather allows for that, and at Crestview Middle School, and then spectators move across the street there. We will have workers that would have vests as well to help park, and then also help get people across the street and make sure traffic is hopefully going at a slow pace. So that would be our request, and we've done this the last 6 years, and I'm not sure how many years prior to myself, so. Questions?
Did you have any issues or things that you felt like you needed to change for this round?
I don't believe so. With the signage, we'll get all that up, and we'll close it from about 7 a.m. till about noon. And roughly, we have about 500 runners on that day, so.
Anything else from the board? No? Not hearing anything, call to approval for the Huntington North Cross Country for August 22nd. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Not hearing any. Good luck this year.
All right,
and
thank you. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. All right. Now, we'll hear from Aaron from Legends. Do we have a motion to bring that to the floor?
So moved.
Second.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Is it less scary?
Yes.
All right.
Erin Keel, 711 Woodlawn Street, Huntington, Indiana. I am trying to do outdoor seating for Legend Sports Bar. We've had a lot of activity, but downtown it's improving. So I think just getting that open area to be able to sit and enjoy outside would be great addition. So I'm not sure if Adam has the floor plan.
I don't have that with me, but essentially what the request was there's, Legends essentially has two entrances. You've got the one that sticks closer to the roadway, and then you have the recessed entrance. It's the recessed portion of their storefront, is where they're requesting to have outdoor seating. I met with Aaron at the site, we walked through it, discussed the location of where the fence would go. Its location would still allow for sufficient ADA access around the fence, keeping the sidewalk open. I've also talked with Superintendent Bischoff about the relocation of one parking sign so that there's sufficient room. And then there's also a bicycle rack that I've talked with Superintendent Yoder, the Parks Department, to relocate that, and that should allow plenty of room through there. As part of the process, we require a site plan, which she has provided, and also proof of certificate of liability of insurance, naming the city as additional insured on it. She has provided me those as well. So from our side of things, she has provided everything that she needs for this. It's the same process we went through with Brick House and
That's gonna be my question.
the other ones downtown,
Clem's,
Clem's,
was JD's.
and all of those. At that time it was approved as JD, so it's the same process. We've worked with all of them.
I am also closing essentially an exit door, so with the fencing, there will be either a little opening for them to get through in and out, or a gate door for that exit.
So the crash bar door will be closed off then, and it will just be from the main front door, or?
No, so it's from the Democratic, it's right
Yeah.
by the Democratic door,
Mhm.
yeah, and just that nook area, it doesn't cover any of the front
Oh,
access.
so you're not closing your door?
No, just that
door.
side exit door will be
Okay.
blocked essentially, but that's the door they'll go in and out of.
Okay.
Yep.
How many, are you doing tables? How many people do
Yeah,
you
I'm
think you'll be
doing
able to
like-
seat in the area?
I'm not sure how many yet, I'm doing like circle tables, so I'm trying to get at least four tables in there.
You know when you plan to start this?
I'm trying to do it this summer, so my goal is end of June, July, to get that going.
Do you have any contractors lined up yet?
No, I do not.
I didn't know if they had to come through us with their plan?
No, we don't need that. If there are any questions, obviously they'll work with the engineering department, we'll work through that, but.
So it's essentially just putting up fencing. Then,
Fencing
I mean,
and
that's what
tables.
brick
Yep.
house just looks like, is just
Yeah.
like a fence to,
Essentially,
okay,
yes.
so it's nothing too crazy.
So do you go look at it, like Shad would go look at
Yes,
something?
yeah, once it's done and installed, we'll go look at it and confirm that there are appropriate ADA access around it.
Anchors and all that, yeah.
So, yep, we'll take a look once it's done.
Do you know offhand, and I don't wanna put you, what the clearance is from the curb to like the fencing for the sidewalk for people to be able to get through?
Yeah, so ADA requirements are a minimum of 36 inches.
Okay.
We typically try to get a little bit more than that. I believe in this case, there will be room, it's close to 4 feet of clearance is what we should have on this. So I don't see there being any issues.
Charlie will let me know.
Yeah, it'll go up to like that red brick
Yeah,
line,
the line, plus
essentially.
there's that tree right there
Yep.
too, so. Okay, any other questions or comments from the board?
You get feedback on, anyone, like from the ones we've done before?
No, I have not had any feedback from any of them in either a negative or a positive
Yeah.
way.
So, interesting.
So I really-
Cause that one over on Washington is just it's like, it's not really,
Yeah, that one's a little different. It's not necessarily outdoor seating.
yeah,
It's more of decorative
place to hitch your horse.
fencing kind of thing.
What are you talking
So
about?
that
I'm
one was a
trying to-
little
Smoke
bit,
and barrels now.
what would be smoke and barrel now?
Oh, yeah,
what was
that's-
previously.
There was literally a
It's just
horse,
kind
it
of-
was a, it was a, it was a carousel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Being that it wasn't outdoor seating, it didn't necessarily follow the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like stand there with your
Mhm.
drink kind of thing.
Yeah, and because of alcohol and stuff, we wanna make sure that we're safe and stuff, so we'll be putting a camera outside just to
Oh.
make sure, and then we're doing more clearance on that window, cause it's kinda blocked with the bar rail, if you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you'll be.
So we
lowering
kind
it
of,
so
we're
you can
gonna
see.
try to lower it so we have more clearance and being able to see outside, and then put security cameras out there, just precaution and make sure everybody's safety, so.
Are you gonna attach anything to your building? Like an overhang or anything like that?
No, cause it already has,
Kinda has an alcove on it in that
Okay.
piece.
yeah.
Alright, cool.
So I like the cameras. Okay. Anything else from the board? All right, we'll move to take a vote. All those in favor, say aye for the outdoor seating for Legends.
Uh-huh.
Those are opposed?
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
All right, and we're moving on. Thank goodness we made it through our special events and things. We will move on to our Reedy financial agreement with the city, and we'll kick that over to Mr. Hartberg. That's out of my realm.
Good afternoon, everyone. The mayor asked me to review and then present this afternoon a proposed agreement between the city and Reedy Financial. And just, you know, by way of summary, and I think the annual fee for this is $47,000, $42,000, I apologize, not to exceed. And Reedy will develop and maintain a long-term operating and capital financial plan for the city that would come with recommendations for funding, operation, and capital needs, integration of the most recently available legislation. We all know SEA 1 last year changed the landscape. The General Assembly's still working on it. And so those changes would be figured into the capital and operating plan, detailed calculation and circuit breaker and impact to the city. Property tax rate detail, including historical property tax rates, projected property tax rates, historical net assessed valuations, projected net assessed valuations. The plan is typically updated 2 times per year, one in the beginning and one after some data comes in during the year. Happy to answer any questions for you, but a lot of changes going on in political subdivision financing, and it seems prudent get some guidance.
How long have we,
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
how long have we been using? Yeah. How long have we been with?
Reedy,
Yes,
These
agreed.
This
couple,
year.
3 years,
like,
yeah.
yeah, last
Off and
couple
on
years.
occasionally, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I knew we had been, but I wasn't sure.
Sounds exciting. Yeah, well, there's a lot there. You listed a lot of stuff.
This is why we have Mike.
Is that all major, does that cover all major sectors within city limits? Like, is it everything from public utilities to evaluation of commercial spaces? and-
I don't believe it addresses utilities. I think you're just talking general fund stuff
Okay.
here. Yeah,
Okay.
just operating and,
Yeah.
But taxes, and you mentioned the taxes.
yeah,
and things.
real estate.
Have that.
tax-based services.
Property tax.
Got it.
And
Okay.
revenues.
Property tax, yeah. Yeah, this would not deal with the utilities.
Any other questions from the board? I'm sure if there's anything else we can, then Mr. Hartberg's ear if we need to on that with all the changes coming, but. Anything else?
You need a motion and second.
Oh, I need a motion to approve the, financial agreement with the city with Reedy.
So moved.
Second.
All right, with a motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you, Mike.
No, thank you.
On both parts, thank
Yes.
you. All right, and moving on, Director Cuttress with the LTC project with the change orders.
Yes, so, long-term control plan, project 7 and 8 is the large Tipton Street project that is getting closer and closer to completion, as the weather is allowing us to work. This is for change order number 8. There will be one final change order after this. That will be a quantity adjustment, which would likely result in savings on the project. This, change order number 8, is a total increase of $79,667.43. It covers a number of different things, including the addition of a stone driveway that we installed for the Quail Museum to allow them to continue access off the rear alley while we were working in front of their facility. While we were in that area, we also uncovered an unknown storm pipe that we had to extend to the nearest intersection to properly drain appropriately. That was 195 feet of storm sewer that cost of about $45,000. And then some changes in the concrete work, various curb and sidewalk changes, additions that we chose to add to go up and down different streets a little bit further to make better tie-in points than what was originally designed. So it would be my recommendation that the board authorize the mayor upon his return to sign change order number 8 for $79,667.43. At the beginning of the project, we originally had change order number 1 that was a large decrease on the project. Even with all the change orders, including this one, we have still not increased the contract price beyond the original bid. So I think we are sitting in a very good place with this project.
I move for approval of LTCB project 7 and 8 change order number 8.
All right, do we have a second?
I second that.
All right. All those in favor of approving the change order number 8, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, not hearing any?
Thank you.
On the mayor's return, thank you, Director Cuttress. Not seeing anything under miscellaneous, we'll go on to accounts payable. Do we have a motion to pay the bills for Huntington?
So moved.
Second.
First and second, those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, we'll pay the bills. Do we have a motion for adjournment?
So, second.
All right, motion is second, those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Not hearing any. We're adjourned, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for bearing with me all.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That was a a little less painful than usual.
You did fine.
All good.
Like I said, you gotta, the mayor just makes it look so beautiful and seamless, but, you know.